In this video, I'm going to review the trade alert that we sent for AGNC options here at Stock Market Guides. It was sent as part of our options trade alert service. And you can see here that the trade alert that we posted was for the July 12th $9 strike price call options. And it was posted on July 2nd to be traded at the beginning of the market opening. So let's take a look. So July the 2nd, you can see here on my screen here is a stock chart. This is for AGNC, and the bars each represent 1 day of price activity. And so right now I'm moused over July 1st, and so July 2nd is right here. And so you can probably already tell that this one turned out well. So we basically alerted an option entry. It was kind of a buy low opportunity. As you can see, the price had been coming down. And we used our historical data to identify when historically has this same sort of a price sequence occurred with AGNC and what happened. And we liked the look of the historical results and determined that it was worth sending a trade alert for it. And this one turned out well. So let's take a look at the rest of the details. So the price of the option at the time that we sent the trade alert was 52 cents a contract. And it called to be exited. The trade setup in the trade alert that we sent called for an exit when the market opened on July the 8th. So let's just see how that turned out. So July the 8th is right here. And so essentially this particular option trade captured the move from the beginning of this bar, which is right where my cursor is, up to the beginning of this bar, as far as time-wise, the beginning time-wise of this bar, which is right here. This is where it was at the opening of the trading day. And so that's a nice chunk that it captured right there. Let's just see what the final tally was. The price of the option at that time when the trade was scheduled to close was 78 cents. And so it was a nice 49% return on the investment for that particular one. I wanted to review this partly to show a solid trade outcome, but also because you'll see what happened after. You'll see that this thing then it took off and kind of went to another level there. And that was not captured during our trade alert. And I think it's important for investors and traders to understand that that's going to happen. It's impossible to be perfect all the time. And so there will be times where you perfectly capture the entire move. There will be times when you get out right before an enormous move. The good news is you don't have to be perfect in the stock market to generate substantial profits. That's for sure. You don't have to capture the entire move every single time. What we do is we use historical data to determine where there might be pockets of opportunity that could help you generate substantial profits. It's not going to be perfect. There's going to be times when those trades generate losses or where you miss the big move. What we try to do is equip you with an academic approach to finding opportunities and capitalizing on them. Now, with that said, on this particular trade, when we send our trade alerts, it's a very specific trade setup that we're defining for customers. We're doing that because when we do our research through history, we need very specific metrics for what the trade setup is to determine how it may have performed historically. And so we'll give you all the details, the exact entry and exit time and the exact option. So it's lined up for you if you want to follow in lockstep with that trade setup, but ultimately it's your call how to manage the trade. And so if you want to use discretion, if you want to hold on to a position longer or shorter, or certainly bypass the position altogether, you can. It's totally up to you, and we support you all the way. You'll notice with AGNC that it had a July 12th expiration, and this is being filmed, it's July 11th, so this actually expires tomorrow for that option. So again, if you were following lockstep with the trade alert, you would already be out of this position. But you can use discretion if you want. There's pros and cons to doing that. If you have your own trading intuition that you like to lean on to kind of couple with the data that we provide, you can use that. And if you noticed this momentum and you decided you wanted to try riding that momentum, you could have. And obviously in this case, it might have paid off quite handsomely. It also might not have. But the bottom line is you make the final call on which trades to take and what to do with those trades. The benefit of using your discretion is you might have trading intuition that might offer value. A downside is then you're no longer kind of trading within the predefined rules of the trade setup that we researched. Either way, it's your call. So that is the AGNC trade alert. If you have any questions about our services or just even about the market in general, you can contact us anytime. Our email address is support@stockmarketguides.com.